Okay, in this video we're going to look into November 19th, and we find on my sacred 24/364 calendar song, we find that November 19th is the very first day of the 9th month. Okay, so that'll connect to day 1 of the month, which is the 7th day of the week on my calendar. Now, when you use my calendar, you can look into the matrix, a music matrix, that you can use my calendar to build this music matrix, and it'll show you some really cool things. So in this particular video, we're going to look at the day Manson dies. Okay, so you could call the matrix that we're going to look at Manson's death matrix. All right, and we're going to look at the music in there. Now, in order to see the music, because my music is visual, it's visual music, and in order to see it, you have to learn some of the words. So I'm going to teach you some of the words that come up in my song. All right? Soon you will begin to see how everything is designed, and nothing is random or accidental. So when we take the simple gematria value for these letters, like C is 3, H is the 8th letter in the alphabet, A is the first letter in the alphabet, and we add up this, Charles Mills Manson is pronounced dead at 83 years of age in the Kern Medical Hospital, Bakersfield. We see that it equals 856. We don't have 856 letters in the alphabet, so we have to add this together to reduce it down to the first letter connection we come to. 8 plus 5 plus 6 is 19. Well, we have 19 letters in the alphabet for sure, so that's the letter S. Now, when we look at the little matrix here for November 19, we write November in here, 19, and we know 19 connects to AJS because S is the 19th letter in the alphabet. Okay, so November 19th, the S gets bracketed. Then we use my calendar, and we use it to look up this matrix here, the rest of it. And then we can look at this matrix and we can see things about it. And this here's the day sign. This isn't a month sign. This here only lasts 24 hours. The 19th of November. Okay. So we see here the J for justice, and the S is bracketed, specifying scales. Sentence. Served. Sunday. Okay, now when we look into the letter matrix that we're seeing here, that we built, we see Manson dies, Manson's gone, and Manson passes. Now I'm looking for the A for away, for passes away, so I know that P is the 16th letter in the alphabet. That's 1 and 6, and the 1 is always connected to A. So I know there's the A for away. So Manson passes away. Sunday. Sentence served. Now, when we look up on my sacred spiritual calendar, we're going to see that it's weekday 7, always a Memorial Sabbath day. It's the first day of the month, until 6 p.m. on Sunday, okay? After 6 p.m., it becomes the second day of the month, and it becomes day 1 of the work week, all right? So what we see here is the A bracketed and the B bracketed when we build these little matrices here. So this is all going on at Bakersfield. Okay, Charles Mills Manson is pronounced dead at 83 years of age in the Kern Medical Hospital, Bakersfield. Remember, that all comes up here. So now I want you to look at the overtone. If all you knew was my sacred calendar, you would still see the justice scales here. You would still see justice scales, sentence served. All right? But this A is also the word hospital. Hospital, A. Because hospital equals 100. 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. That's A. The A is bracketed because it's weekday 1. All right? Now, so we can point to this and say hospital. Now, hospital, a dead body. Kern Medical Hospital. You see how these show meaty connections here. Okay? Now, if I take, so we've got Kern Medical Hospital, a dead body, and what body? When we read over here, Charles Mills Manson, we add just that up, we get 212. 2 plus 1 plus 2 is 5. That's E, right? So there, that's his full name. And right beside we have the N for named. So a dead body named Charles Mills Manson. And if we add up the word dead, D-E-A-D, it gives us an N connection. So Charles Mills Manson dead, Kern Medical Hospital. Okay? See how that works? Now, sometimes when you're adding things up, it's two parts. So Charles Manson dies at, that gives us 200. 2 plus 0 plus 0 is 2. That's the letter B connection, always connected to K and T. So when we look up here, we see B. All right, so that says Charles Manson dies at, well, we already know, at Bakersfield. Okay? Now, I'm going to finish this sentence. Charles Manson dies at, which is a B, Kern Medical Hospital, Bakersfield, California, USA. That's 416. 4 plus 1 plus 6 is 11. That's K, so the K is highlighted there. So when we look across here at the highlighted Trinity connection, BKT, we see Charles Manson dies at Kern Medical Hospital, Bakersfield, California, USA. So these two complete a sentence. Okay? Now, this frequency here, 852, stands for return to spiritual order. And we're going to look at 8:13 p.m. when Manson dies to return back to spiritual order. Okay? So 8:13 is the next thing we're going to look at. Okay, so when I'm using my calendar to look up my song, I find that this 2-hour month, okay, so what I mean by that is each one of these spans 2 hours, okay, and it gives us a 24-hour day, okay. So what I discover is that this 2-hour month for this time slot, between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Okay, so the beginning of this 2-hour month would be 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, when I use my calendar to look up my music matrix, this is what I find. I have an overtone The C is bracketed. It's overtone 3. 639 is the frequency. Okay, and then it's the fourth day window, which spans 4 minutes. So this line here, excuse me, is 812, or sorry, 812. And this line here is 813, 814, 815, and 816 running across here. So on this scale, these material world days, equivalent to the Gregorian calendar days, are offset by a minute. Okay, so 812 begins the spiritual, 813 begins the material. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you. But what happens when we look at the spiritual connections here, overtone 3, month day 4, for this 4-minute window of time, we see the C and D are bracketed. Okay, that is coroner declares Charles dead. Coroner declares Charles dead precisely at 8:13 p.m. Okay, you can check that out on the internet. Now, death, the material world connection, is a W and a V because it's on this line when the declaration's made, or death confirmed. Okay, so we got death was verified or validated. Now, Charles, specifically what Charles? So if I add up Manson, it equals 76. 7 plus 6 is 13. That's the letter M, right? Well, if we want to find the base root of the letter M, we're going to take the 13 and we're going to add it. 1 plus 3 equals 4, which means the D will be bracketed. So in actuality, this is saying Manson, Charles Manson. Coroner declares Charles Manson dead. Okay, now, who was Charles Manson? He was a cult leader. Charles Mills Manson dies, or dead. Okay. Anyway, I hope you found this video really cool. And if you would like to learn more about my song, you could take my course that I put online, http://initialreading.teachable.com. Take my calendar clock course, and you will learn the most accurate calendar system on earth. And it's also a song, and it's a visual song. So you take my course and check it out. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. So anyway, I'd like to thank you for your time, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and perhaps sometime in the future we'll meet. And you can call me Adar. Thank you.